Hi, what's up? My name's Z. Oh, it's actually longer than that, but who cares? So, here's my ideas on how to better remaster the Buffy HD thing. My god, that's so horrible. I mean, if you've seen cuts from the new HD thing, the 16 by 9 one, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry you had to see that. If you've watched the entire first two seasons on HD, may God have mercy on your soul. It's that horrifying and stupid. And it had to be 4 by 3. I agree with Josh Whedon a billion percent. It just had to be 4 by 3. It's made for 4 by 3. I'm just saying. Right. So we're gonna start this thing off backwards. Season 1, episode 34. The whole destruction of the universe thing. Well, the Akatra thing. Um, some notes about this episode. Throughout the first two seasons, we get this whole anointed one vibe thing. These mentions of the anointed one, he's a little boy. No, he's a big guy who fights with Buffy and Buffy kills him in the first two episodes and whatever. It brings me back to the first episode and to the explanation of how vampires came to be. If you haven't seen the pilot episode of Buffy, uh, you should really, really rewatch it and think about that every time you watch a new episode. Um, well, there's no new episodes, but hopefully one day there could be. But who cares? Um, I'm really, really bad at blogs. So, the first vampire came from the bite of a demon. A demon bit someone, then the demon died, and that bite created the first vampires. Vampire bite, vampire bite, vampire bite, vampire bite. And we know from season 7 that there's this world of ancient vampires. These, I don't know if they're 10,000 years old, 30,000 years old, however many thousands of years old. They're yabba dabba doo vampires. They're mega vampires, whatever. And these, this origins is what we have to work on for the entire series. Both Buffy and Angel seem to suggest that the vampire that takes over the body is a demon in and of himself. The demon spirit lives on in the victims of the vampire bite. And we also see tugs at humanity, and we know that the judge can obliterate a vampire who has a connection to his or her past. So there is a question of whether it's the vampire force puppeting around the human mind to tilt this way and that way or whatever, and was the human mind the pilot of the body, or was the vampire the pilot of the human body, or whatever. So that's the thing. In any case, here's my notes. First off, Buffy, first 2 seasons at least, is all about black, white, and umber. Black and white aren't actual colors, but if you ever taken an art class, a painting class, you'd know what the significance of the black, white, and umber atmosphere, whatever. It's important to know this. So if you ever HDify an old Buffy episode, don't fucking mess with the color. If you mess with the color, I will personally summon a Buffy army, Buffy fan army, to castrate you, butcher you, cut out your eyes, make you swallow them, replace your eyes and your replace your eyes and your balls with whatever. Don't fucking mess with the color. It's imperative. Second, when Angel pulls the sword out of the Catra, the lightning effect is very, very 90s. You should use 90s lightning effects when recreating the effects in Buffy. Why do I say this? Modern effects have all kinds of textures and whatever, and they're newer and they're made for different types of visuals, different types of cameras. But 90s effects have their distinct color palette, their distinct look. They're easy to spot, and they're better for the universe in which they're designed. So if you're gonna use fire or lightning, be very, very careful to either use the original color palette or just use the original program to make those effects. Second, during the fighting scenes between Angel and Buffy, if you're watching it in HD, you're gonna notice that there's 2 stunt doubles fighting. It's a very, very well designed battle and whatever, but if you're gonna use high digit computer mastering you should take many, 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 many frame shots of the actors' faces, tilting up, tilting down. Basically, use your VLC player and press E, snapshot, press E, snapshot, press E, snapshot, so on. And apply those faces to the stunt doubles, who are awesome, but faces, bodies, it's important. Third, it's not just the face, it's the head shape itself. Stunt double could be looking to the side while they're fighting. we can notice that there's a difference between the nose and the face of the actor. So do that. What's next? That pale face look when Buffy meets Spike, and Spike's all, "I want to do stuff. I want to save the world, because humans are like McDonald's and whatever, or Burger King. Oh, who cares? Keep that. Keep that look. Don't color palette over it. It's important. It gives you a connection to the time. It's very, very important. And don't be a bitch about the smoke. The smoke in the lights is blue and whatever, so be careful. What's next? Let's get under. Oh, the sun rising effect. It's supposed to be kind of a weird color tone. There's supposed to be a weird color tone to it. So ask the director before you remaster that shot. You know, when they're showing off the temple, which is really weird because why is there a temple and it's not a tourist attraction? I mean, it's so weird. What's next? When you're watching Willow perform a spell, you're gonna notice a little bit of smoke to the side of the shot. Keep that. Absolutely keep that. Don't edit it out. Don't crop it out. Don't whatever. I know that the new version has major crop problems. Most of the shots are under crop, gives it a plastic face look. Some shots are overcropped. It's just, I don't know if it's bad management or it's bad remastering is a general thing, but I just. And here we have the Willows spell thing. Yeah. The orb's light projects over Willow's face, so if you're gonna change the effect altogether, match the light on Willow's face to the shade of bright that comes out of the orb. And also keep in mind that once you've used this effect once, it affects every subsequent Angel remastering effect until the end of time. So it's important. Angel's eyes. Angel's eyes, I suppose, could change the glow thing. It's not very special. You could play with the irises and whatever. You can make it all multiple dots. They're glowing like Smallville Season 4, Episode 11. Alicia Baker's teleportation. Or I guess I should say I'm thinking about Smallville Season 4, Episode 14. I don't know. Not 314. 412, sorry. 412. Alicia Baker's teleportation. Those were some nice effects. You need to limit your effects, but also make them excellent. What do I mean? You can't put movie effects in a 90s series. You can make better effects, like from Smallville or whatever, but movie effects from 90s series, it's just, no. Also, when Buffy stabs Angel, you see her do the sword thing. I think if you talk to Josh Whedon, you can. It's an important event, so he probably might not go with it. But I think if you do the pulling in of the sword motion, quick close up on Buffy's eyes, then show from another angle how the sword stabs Angel, that could be a tiny reinforcement to the effect. Also, I realize that the wormhole effect behind Angel sucks balls. But you have to really, really be careful on how you reflect the light of the new effect onto those actors. You can see that there's a tint switch. There's a subtle tint blinking to the shot, the yellowish tint flicker, just a subtle yellowish tint flicker as Buffy and Angel's kiss to imply energy or whatever coming from the portal, and the portal itself would change acoustics if you modify it. Also, some of the angles aren't especially perfect, and maybe throw in some hints that what is it? Is it smoke? What kind of multi-dimensional shape is there? And also, when Angel gets swallowed up by the thing, he looks like he's some kind of really, really badly drawn cartoon, and I'm confused about it. I'm confused as fuck about that. So look into that. Lightning effects are awesome, are actually, in this shot, they suck. Because they're in front of the portal and it's all confusing and shit. I don't know what is going on. Oh my god. Did that portal just flubber inwards? You gotta fix that. If you watch it frame by frame, it looks like it's flubbering inwards. The nutty professor.